Welcome back to our next module. We talk about the war for talent, what it takes to be able to develop a sustainable leadership pipeline. That leads to the framework for developing future leaders. And I'd like to share with you that at CE, we have been involved in many organizations to prepare the future leaders. And how do we support them? What is the framework, a proven framework that we want to share with you? But let's talk about succession planning. Many organizations have different definition of succession planning, but I think here we are talking about how do we look at the process of identifying the future leaders of the organization and creating a development plan for them to be ready when the time comes. So it's a process of identifying the future leaders and giving them the support, the development, the opportunity for them to be ready when the time comes for them to assume their role. So that's what succession planning is all about. With that note, it's important to understand the certain principles of succession planning I'd like to share with you. Number one, succession planning is part of the overall organization strategic planning and business continuity planning. So as a board member, I work with the organization to look at how do you ensure sustainability. Even in my own organization over the years, I always believe that we need to ensure the leaders are ready to assume the role when the need arises. So succession planning is key part of an organization strategic planning, or BCP, business continuity planning. Another thing to understand about succession planning is that without a proper succession plan, it will be very difficult to nurture and develop a key talent in your organization. And it's very important, and many people realize, because we look at global organizations, and as even not only global organizations, but even SME. Today, you look at many organizations, small, medium enterprise, they suffer greatly because it's either they're family-owned or organization where we have family members, the next generation, the third generation, who are not prepared to continue and join the family business. So what happens? How do you ensure the sustainability of the organization? Because of the years that you have developed the business. So this succession planning leads to the concept of, as I said, getting your next generation of leaders ready to assume the role when the need arises. So it's about creating this pipeline of leaders ready, or leadership pipeline that's ready to assume the role. So that involves what we call the group of people we call the high potentials. So in many organizations today, it's very common to see that high potentials is defined as individuals who are able, as we defined it earlier in the other modules, about able to demonstrate transferable set of competency. And this is critical because you need to involve a process like succession planning. Who are these people? How do you evaluate their skills, their ability, and preparing them for advancement into those what we call the mission critical position, which are key to the success of the organization of the future. So the three part of element in succession planning. One is to embark on a succession planning initiative. You need to understand the organization long-term goals and objectives. That's number one. Number two, you need to identify these high potential candidates and understand their development needs to ensure they are ready when the times come, in terms of assuming their role. Third, as part of succession planning, you need to look at a much broader perspective of looking at workforce trend and prediction with the big data, the data analytics today. You need to look at what are the key challenges, which role that they need to be relook at, which are the mission critical role to ensure the success of your organization in your industry. Because in the VUCA world, you have unpredictable set of in the business environment that you need to hit on challenges that requires you to ensure that you have different set of leaders.